Okay, what were you saying now?
I say he's not good at English, like American English or English English.
Well, with Joshua, because Captain knows him. Captain, we know him because we talked to him to help out with the animations, specifically the more serious animations that we're working on. Because a while ago we were talking about how we were going to do creepypasta readings via still images. This guy actually he sent us a music video with the animations that he's done. It was an anime-ish music video that me and Kevin, we just fucking fell in love with because the animation style was kick ass. The thing is, English is not his first language, and so when I was all like, "Hey, if you want, you can come on to our bit, and you can advertise for us, and you can advertise your stuff because your stuff is 100% legit and very stellar." But he was all like, I don't know, I'm scared, I don't want to embarrass myself, English isn't my first language, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine, do what you do you, okay? If you show up, that's cool, I'll still invite you anyway, if that makes any sense. Speaking of, Joshua, Tyler is joining us again, as we were recording the other day, and yeah, if you want, this time, instead of talking about yourself at the end of the video, why not talk about yourself now? What you do, etc., etc. again.
All right. By Monday through Friday standards, I work at Home Depot, but I'm not doing that. I have my not one, but two different shows that I'm working on. As you can see on the top of my hat, I do the Geek Talk with Tyler show, and starting as of this Tuesday, I will also be doing the Talk Geek with Tyler show. The name's a subtle variant, but I think it works out for its own thing.
Oh, yeah. Guys, you want to know how legit this man is? He interviewed Greg Weisman.
Ooh.
Yeah, right? Fucking guy behind gargoyles and shit like that. I'm like totally jelly of his peanut butter.
I also did an episode with Ken Weisselman, but that's probably not as impressive. I mean, it's still impressive, but we got frickin' the Thomas the Tank Engine and Teletubbies creator, and then we have the Gargoyles creator, as well as the writer for Young Justice, Spectacular Spider-Man, Witch, and Star Wars Rebels. So I'm gonna let y'all decide on who's cooler.
I'm not touching that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a hard gambit to go.
Yeah.
Did you get these interviews in person, or was this over Zoom?
No, over Zoom. These guys live in California, and I'm in New York. Now,
Well, I
until
thought they
I'm
flew
freaking
over. I thought you had that juice. I'm like, damn, wow.
No. I'm actually Goku. I have the power of instant transmission. I showed up at Greg Wiseman's house, and I freaking did an episode with him.
Oh, that's all I.
I'm sorry, was that a sentence?
No, it wasn't a sentence. Obviously, I cannot English, and therefore I have to leave this place and never come back. That.
Yeah, bring you to the shadow realm. There you go.
I'm not English.
Shadow.
Put that on a shirt.
Oh my god. So, as you can see, right now, I am working from scratch, because my computer had been, unfortunately, taken from me. So, let me introduce you to the redesigned, generic hero dude. Now, last time you, Captain K and, Bobbert, you two saw, like, he had a jacket and a mask and shit like that. Thing is, I had to do a little digging on that character model, as it was from something called Kirish, which is hella popular in India, and I didn't want to be, that's technically, they could take me down. So I was all like, oh shit. So meet the redesigned generic hero, who goes by the Masked Avenger, even though he has no mask. See, this allows this movie to be a lot funnier, because it also emphasizes how dirt cheap poor this guy is.
Well, to be fair, just because something's called something doesn't exactly make it something. Like, T'Challa refers to himself as Black Panther, but last I checked, he's a man, not a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So I want to say something about the whole direction thing you guys had while you're moving that thing, that whole rotating thing. How many people here have seen Beast Wars?
Yeah,
The
me.
cartoon show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was rotating that, it reminded me of the protoforms that landed on Beast Wars, with the whole scanning thing. You know, scanning compatible life form.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, my favorite one of that was Infernos, where Tarantulas was trying to make another one of us, basically another spider person, but it already scanned an ant. At least that was the original agenda. He just wanted the escape pod to get off of Earth. And I think it was because of Tarantula's interference that made Inferno the Predacon we all know and love him as. Whereas actually him thinking he's an ant, even referring to Megatron as his queen.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. He did keep doing that, and then like he had it was, who was it? Him, that the only one who actually had any form of like happy ending in that was honestly Waspinator, because like by the end, like people were worshipping him and all that shit. He was drinking out of like the cup, the head of Inferno and that other Fusord. What the fuck was it? Huh?
Quick Strike?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Fusor. It was Quick Strike.
Yeah.
Scorpion body, but replace the tail with the head. To be honest, I wasn't really happy with that design. How many of you have
I
seen
wasn't happy
her?
with a lot of the designs. Like Scorponok looked fucking stupid in my opinion.
Hang on, he got the two claws that can shoot stuff, and he's got the tail that can sting. Now that's pretty awesome. But I'm saying for Quick Strike, I like the Scorpion Cobra hybrid. That's pretty cool. But how many of you have seen American Dragon Jake Long?
I have.
It's been a while.
Yeah, me too. It's
Okay,
been
so
a
there's
while.
a creature there that was a Scorpion Cobra hybrid, but the head was a Cobra head, but it had the body of a Scorpion. That would have been a much cooler Fusor than the Quick Strike that we had him as.
Yeah, I could get behind that.
Right?
Yeah, like I said, I can get behind that.
So like the neck will, if in that case the neck could just stretch out, and it would be like that Indian dude from Street Fighter.
Oh
You
my
and
god.
Dawson.
Tyler, let me tell you this one thing. Like Bob, he said, like when he said that, I just died laughing because we were talking about Street Fighter 6, and the subject of Dalston came up, and Robert was all like, "Wait, I can't do the stretchy arm Indian guy thing." And I just instantly went to like, huh?
The stretchy arm Indian guy thing.
Yeah.
Definitely landed a niche there.
That sounds like something you could. I was all like, I instantaneously was all like, dude, that sounds like something you order from Subway. I'd like that stretchy arm Indian guy thing. And Robert's response was, well, you know, it's vegan.
Yeah, it sounds more like an impromptu name for a freaking superhero. Like, how many of y'all seen Ben 10 Omniverse?
Oh, I haven't watched Omniverse at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
How many of you are familiar with multiverse theory?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Right, so Ben 10, we have Ben 10 Prime, but then we have the other variants of Ben 10, including Ben 23, and much like the original the Prime Ben 10, he names the aliens he transforms into.
Yeah.
Only the names sound really fucking stupid. Like, Ben Prime has Stinkfly, whereas Ben 23 has Big Bug. Ben Prime has Cannonbolt. Ben 23 has Rollaway. Ben Prime has Forearms, and Ben 23 has Handyman.
Handyman?
Handyman.
What is it?
Does he have,
Where
like, a
would
lot
they
of
get the
hair?
name from?
Or-
Fucking Mega Man 8? What the fuck kind of stupid naming?
Exactly, all these
Jesus.
names are stupid. Except for Shock Squatch's version. He's Electris Yeti. That's actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I'll take your word for it, but like those.
Okay, those first three are really stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, it
Instead
was
of
so
forearms,
stupid.
that would have been like Red Goro, right? Or we got sued there.
I mean, if we think about it, a lot of the names that they had way back when were kind of stupid. He-Man was pretty much redundant at the time.
What? That. Ooh, whoa. Nope, that can't. Well, wait, which? Actually, you know what? I'll take your word for it, cause like, yeah.
Well, my thing with that stretchy arm Indian guy move is they should have better PR marketing like they do with Hadouken and Shoryuken.
Stretchy arm Indian guy? Is that like an Indian
Oh,
variant
wait.
of Mr. Fantastic?
Hey, Tyler.
You know what? That'd be
Can,
great together.
can Kevin and Bobbert get in on that Tournament of Power thing, or is it too much to ask?
You know what? Since I'm doing an episode with y'all, yeah, sure, why not? I got the
Tournament
list
of
right
Power.
here. Give me a second to grab a pencil or something. Hang on.
I'll let him explain the Tournament of Power bit because it's actually really interesting. I only picked Ryu because like nobody else picked Ryu. I originally wanted to go Beautiful Joe, but you're not allowed to have weapons. Like Wolverine can still use Wolverine can use his claws because that's part of him. But Beautiful Joe can't use his boomerang or his bomb. Anyway, I'll let Tyler explain that because again, it's pretty interesting.
Thank you, Doug. Basically, I got the idea from Dragon Ball Super. It's an 8-team, 80-player battle royale. But basically, the whole concept is like a big-ass sumo ring. Push the other people out. There are some rules that they had. A character can fly only if they have wings or something. Or like a way to repel themselves. So right now, some of the only fighters we have are Tigerhawk from Beast Wars, Sauron from Marvel Comics. Who else we got? Talon from Gargoyles. He's another good flyer. Or Ben 10,000 if he turns into Stinkfly. Those flyers are allowed, but none of this up and away Superman shit because that gets really old really quick. Another rule I have is, like Doug just mentioned, no weapons unless it's part of the character's biology. Like, say, Omega Red's tendrils, Wolverine's claws. Trying to figure out who would be a good... Oh, I guess Doc Ock's tentacles? I mean, it's fused to a skeletal structure, so I think that counts, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really remove it and him still be Doc Ock, so...
Yeah.
Exactly. What else? I'm also eliminating all magic users. Magic just gives me a headache, and I have no respect. To quote Rick Sanchez...
Well, I mean, understandable, because magic rules trying to clash against other magic rules in wherever the rules of the place that it's happening is going to get dumb.
Right, which is a shame, because somebody actually nominated Etrigan from DC Comics.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I mean, technically he's in the demonish category.
But
They're
he
a race of creatures.
Yes, but he also uses magic.
Yeah,
If there
there's
were magic
spells.
users, it would have been freaking Maleficent versus Dr. Fate versus Magica Dispel versus Dr. Fate. And then that's just all one headache within itself.
Yeah. And then technically, if anybody ever threw in a Constantine, that would be a nightmare, because technically that's instigating cheating. Because he's not going to follow proper magic rules.
Exactly. Also, no reality benders. I don't need freaking Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls up in this shit.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
And my last big rule, and I cannot stress this enough, don't pick a character somebody already selected. Like, say, somebody picked Gorilla Grodd for my DC team, and I don't need... Okay, but I want Gorilla Grodd from, I don't know, Superhero Girls or some shit. But I already got DCAU Grodd, my personal favorite, because I am a DCAU fan. But no, it's like, you only get one Grodd, we only get one Batman, one Superman, one Wonder Woman, etc., etc.
Okay.
So the remaining teams that are currently available are DC Comics, Hasbro, Capcom, Disney, Shueisha, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network. And when I say Disney, TV shows, movies, and Pixar. Seriously, I don't need a whole bunch of Marvel characters on the Disney team.
Okay, so but you can't pick like that chick from Red Panda or whatever chick, right? What's her power?
Turns into a red panda.
I mean, it's a legit power.
Yeah, but if it were me, if I were going to choose something for the Disney team, I would have gone with Liquidator. If the name of the game is push your opponent out of the ring, and this guy's a living body of water, you really can't push him that well. It's like you need to freeze him or something just to even touch him.
Well, which teams do we get to pick from? Or we got to pick from one team, or
Each person gets one candidate. Just one. One per person. And
all right, can I pick Team Nickelodeon and pick Angry Katara from season 4?
there was no season 4.
No, not season 4. For when Book of Fire. When
Oh,
he
you're talking about when she
kill
was looking
Zuko?
for the sea ravens, I think it is?
Yeah, and she threatened to kill Zuko and threatened, and she was all like, "I'm protective him, bitch."
Was that a Nickelodeon comic or its own thing?
He's talking about Avatar: The Last
Avatar.
Airbender, specifically when Zuko and Katara team up to find the man who killed Katara's mother, Kaya.
Yeah, I can put her on for you.
Yeah. So she got water, so she's gonna get slippery.
Well, not to mention she can bloodbend.
Yes.
Well, okay, here's the thing about bloodbending. Unless you're a Mon, it only works under a full moon.
Well, no, Katara proved she could do it without having to use a full moon in that episode. And then in Legend of Korra, that actually gets expanded upon because Tarlok is able to do it without using a full moon either. So while yes, that one puppet master lady in Book of Fire said you can only do it in a full moon, she got like Katara basically said none of that. Like, I'll do it when I feel like it.
Okay, so was this Robert or Kevin that's nominating Katara?
Robert was nominating Katara.
Well, I just want to make sure when I give a shout out in the episode, I gotta give the shout out to the right person.
Yeah, boy.
And Kevin, you feel like nominating anybody?
For Hasbro,
Really?
I'm gonna do something out of context because I
Okay,
think
okay.
I think they fall under it technically.
What
do you want
is
to
it?
know who's on the Hasbro team so far?
Who?
No judgment, but Rainbow Dash.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
My Little Pony is owned by Hasbro. Go figure. Overlord, Tigerhawk, the White Ranger, Starscream from Generation 1, and Bumblebee from the movies.
Okay.
Only the White Ranger.
I'm
Yeah,
curious.
wait, hold on. I'm going to answer that question. Yeah, didn't you see that meme? It's like green power, blue power, red power, white. What the hell are you saying?
So I have a technical question then.
Okay, does this mean I have a technical answer?
Maybe. We'll find out.
All right. Lay it on me.
Hasbro. They technically work with Hanna-Barbera. Would that mean Hanna-Barbera characters would work under Hasbro?
I'm going to stop you right there. No gag characters. The laws of physics really don't apply to them. Otherwise, it's just going to be Bugs Bunny versus Popeye, and that's going to be so headache-inducing.
Well, it technically wasn't a gag character. It's a character from a series that actually was action-based.
Okay.
What? Bee-Buggy?
Captain Caveman, he can't use his club.
Nope, not that.
Speed Buggy? Jabba
Nope.
Jaw?
Ukla the Mock.
Whoa, that's obscure as shit. Even I barely
how's
remember
that
that
spell?
character.
Ookla
Okay.
VMOK.
VMOK. Ukla Vamok?
Ukla the Mock. Like, his race is Mock, so Ukla the Mock.
The Mock.
I'm looking it up right now. There's a band of it.
That's
here you go.
obscure as shit, Captain K.
Oh, yeah, okay, so that's what his name is. Okay, I gotta see.
He didn't use weapons.
No, I'm checking to see if he's a Hasbro.
Yeah, because that was my question, is because technically it's Hanna-Barbera, but I don't know if it technically branched together. Some of their things did and some didn't.
What franchise is it? What series is he from? Thunder the Barbarian?
Yep.
Okay, hang on.
Wait, was those the white things that got separated?
Okay, give me a second.
I was like, was those little white things?
Oh, no.
You mean the ones that they did on Family Guy?
Yeah, no, but they were in that old Hanna-Barbera thing with the dinosaur that can, like, shoot cannons or some shit.
Yeah.
Herculoids.
Oh yeah, and yeah, can I see the Herculoids as a reference? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
nothing is filled. And then the freaking Rhino Triceratops thing just doing stuff at Lois.
My
Leave
mother
now.
still watches it in our household. Like, we have the DVD.
Okay, sorry, no go, man. I don't think he's Hasbro.
Okay, well, darn.
You should pick those white things, the Hercules. You should pick them.
But if you're looking for a suggestion, but if you are looking for a suggestion, how about Megatron or Predaking from Transformers Prime?
Or Mr. Potato Head. Or Mrs.
This
Potato Head.
potato head.
Freaking Potato
Master
Head, come
incognito
on.
right there.
Give me a sec, then.
I mean, because he could throw his hands and just push people out. You know?
Mr. Potato Head, like what? He's half a meter tall at most.
Yeah.
You can keep an eye on different shit, like, you know?
There's still plenty of people in the Shueisha lineup right now. And for the record, Shonen Jump.
Wait, if Disney, does that mean you can get Jedis from Star Wars?
Nope. Again,
Oh.
TV shows, movies, Pixar. No Star Wars, no Nat Geo Wild, no Marvel shit.
I forgot
Or
Disney
because of
owns
Space
Nat Geo.
Wizards? And you said no magic?
So, wait, Transformers are in the category?
Within Hasbro,
Yeah, they're Hasbro.
yes.
Grimlock.
Which
Good choice. What?
Oh, that's that dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
Well, which Grimlock are you referring to? Movie
Ah,
Grimlock?
that's right. I got
Robots in Disguise Grimlock, Transformers Animated Grimlock, Energon Grimlock, or my personal favorite, Original Series Grimlock.
Or Robot Chicken Grimlock?
No, none of
I
that.
forgot there was a
Shame
robot.
on you.
I'd have to go agreement with you, original series Grimlock.
Nice.
Good man, Captain.
All right, Generation 1. And this is Kevin that nominated this?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, and only 3 more players left for Hasbro.
Someone should pick a Beyblade players, because you just shoot out that Beyblade. No one knows what the fuck's happening.
Maybe, but I doubt it.
You know they're going to bundle the broken ankles.
Let's go spade to spade here. Power Rangers, Transformers, and My Little Pony are the most popular within the Hasbro verse.
Well, that makes sense.
Well, the Power Rangers, do you get the Zoids, or you're just fighting hand to hand?
Well, no, you're fighting hand to hand.
So you can't call them
Power
Rip
Ranger, Tommy Oliver, who was nominated by one of my sponsors. So that's pretty cool. I gotta say, Marvel.
Can you pick the Putty Man from Power Rangers?
Well, why would
That's
you?
not
Well,
bad, Jack. I mean, isn't he basically like the Power Ranger version of Clayface?
well, the putty. Well, it also depends on what kind of putties we're talking about. We're talking about regular putties or Lord Zed putties.
Talk about season 1 VHS.
Original Putty.
Putty.
Maybe, but I've had some really disappointing picks and some very left-hand picks. Like for my Marvel team, Sauron is one of my favorite selections. He can fly within the Tournament of Power rules. He can hypnotize people, and he can absorb the powers of others. Then I got freaking Black Widow, the MCU one, the blonde one, the Elena one. It's like, what are you gonna do? You're going against like Cybertronians and a freaking gorilla. Hell, you're even going against Ryu. What are you gonna do?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I was still weirded out when you told me that, like, yesterday, or was it the day before when we recorded?
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I was like still weirded out. Like, why would? Okay.
No, but I did go over if my guest and I were allowed to pick the teams, these are what the teams would look like. I have the paper here somewhere. Shit, I need to get organized. Okay, here we go. The Marvel team if we were allowed to pick it, it would be Sauron, Juggernaut, Maestro, Nightcrawler, Groot, Miles Morales, Mr. Fantastic, Hercules, Emma Frost, and Cable.
I would have gone with Nightcrawler because Nightcrawler still goes down as my favorite X-Man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So honestly, I had to give Miles Morales because he really wanted it. But if it was just me picking, I would have kept this team, except I would have placed Miles Morales with the Blob.
Didn't Spider-Man actually... Well, not Miles Morales, but I know he took on the Blob.
I mean, look, if the name of the game is push your opponent out of the ring, you really think you're going to push a fat bastard like the Blob out?
Well, I mean, if it was regular Peter Parker, no, but I think Miles Morales has a chance with his electrical powers because he did fuck over Kingpin something fierce.
Or you could pick the Rhino.
Yeah, well, we have Juggernaut. Isn't Rhino kind of redundant?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that because once Juggernaut actually builds momentum, he literally becomes unstoppable. The only, the only person that can take him down was fucking. I think his name's Guardian from the CR because he did canonically wreck Juggernaut's shit.
Gladiator.
Or how even Iceman can take on Juggernaut. Just freeze the ground. He loses his momentum, slips, boom, you're out of the ring.
Well, yeah, there's that too, but you have to make the ice supremely thick. You can't just use a thin sheet.
Well, duh.
Like, Tyler's all like, well, gee, thanks for the info, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Like it just makes a little snow cone amount on the ground.
We have freaking Captain Hindsight from South Park World, where his only powers are extreme hindsight and flying. He's like, so wait, okay, you told us what we should have done, but what should we do now? There are people burning that building. What have you done?
He reported the news. That's why he was a news anchor who got the powers.
I mean, that's almost basic. That's almost the equivalency of Ozymandias and Watchmen. It's like, I looked at all this stuff that happened before. Here's my new plan. It failed. I'm going to think about that and make a new plan.
But you're going to get a kick out of this. When my buddy and I made our own teams, we put Hercules in DC, Disney, and Marvel. Just for shits and giggles.
No.
All the Hercules.
All the Hercules?
Yeah, we got babyface Hercules, and then we got the adult-looking Hercules with the beards and everything.
Wow, okay. No! I didn't want to move you. Sorry, I was talking to the Red Arrow. Wow, Red Arrow.
As much as I liked Hercules, as much as I liked having freaking Frank Reynolds as Hercules' mentor, I feel like it really didn't do the mythology counterpart justice. Like, have you ever read the actual Greek mythology?
Yeah, the 12 Labors of Hercules and shit like that.
Yeah. Hercules, I mean, Zeus is just a straight-up adulterer.
Yeah.
He turns into a fawn and fucks up his great-granddaughters.
But,
he's not even Hera's.
Sorry to interrupt, it's just that we have less than a minute. Oh, that's adorable. Hello, Mr. Kitty Cat.
I'm kind of a needy bitch, so I want to make sure you get some screen time.
You think that's weird? You should see Robert's dog, Woody. Woody is so cute.
Okay, I'm scared to ask. Are you a Toy Story fan or a pervert? So I'm trying to get the whole why you named your dog Woody.
Oh, this is going in the final cut.
Well, actually, I adopted from the shelter. His name was already Woody, so I just didn't change it.
Okay, then.
But I did ask them which was his name, like, because of Woody Allen, or was it named a thing? But they didn't know. Just like they just had terrier mix, and I asked them, what's he mixed with? They didn't know, and I said, what's a terrier? They didn't know.
There's like stuff. She's got stuff. He's dog. Take him.
Dog.
That's why I said they could just have a label that says dog 250. But if it was 350, I don't know if it's a goddamn Loch Ness monster.
Oh, damn it! I told you it's a goddamn Loch Ness monster.
Here's my
I love
like
that
250.
episode. I love how the episode ended where Cartman gets Kenny's eyes, and he's like, "By the way, you don't have 350 on you, do you?" I'm gonna say, hands down, my favorite episode was the Lord of the Rings parody episode with the one tape.
Yeah, you were telling me
With the
about
porn
that.
stuff
Like,
and butter. His only song was like Ass Blasters 9 or something.
No, it was like, I think it was something ass something. Like Backdoor Sluts 9. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It's like it's the most single file twisted piece of porn ever made. How do you know about that? I read about it in People. I welcome any People articles that have porn in it.
well, that's another thing that there's like one of the episodes that people like. I have a lot of people recommending me to watch, like to get back into South Park because I know it had. I heard South Park went through this renaissance where it's just fantastic again. Well, one of the episodes that was recommended to me was the heavy metal episode where they made fun of heavy metal, like that old Canadian futuristic porn thing.
Oh, I remember that's so weird. But let me ask you something. How many people remember the character Token Black?
I do.
Yeah.
It's not Token. It's Token.
Yes. The Token character. It's
I didn't know
go
this.
get, go
I
get
didn't
the
know
bass
this
guitar.
piece of trivia
Go get
either.
the bass guitar, Token. I don't have a bass guitar. Damn it, you're black. You all have a bass guitar. You know how to play.
That was funny, but no, the whole time it was actually Tolkien, like the guy that did Lord of the Rings. But
Yeah.
the way they did it just made it seem like we were the one being racist for assuming that it was actually Token and not Tolkien. And it was actually the point where Stan's calling Cardman. It's like, hello? Dude, you named Token was named after the guy that did Lord of the Rings? Yeah. Well, I remember you wearing the shirt. You know Token has an L and an I in it. It's like, Token has an L and an I in it? That's fucking gay.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. I did not know that at all. I did not know that piece of trivia. But then again, like there's a lot of weird like trivia bits that that a lot of people just didn't. For instance, Jimbo, Kearney, and Goff in The Simpsons, they're the Three Stooges, and Mom's three kids from Futurama, they're the Three Stooges.
Well, is that really trivia or more of an homage thing? Like, here's some trivia for you that you may find interesting. At the end of season of one of Beast Wars, it was originally Waspinator and Scorponok that was supposed to die. And they kept killing Waspinator off because they hated the way he sounded. Even though it's the same guy that does Dinobot, Silverbolt, and Rat Trap. Right? That's funny, right?
Yeah.
But the fans loved him so much that just killing him off became a running gag. He's basically the Kenny of Beast Wars. Like, okay, so Cheetor shot him last time. How do you want to kill him this time? Friendly fire? Yeah, okay, friendly fire. And then that became a running gag within itself. So instead, Pterosaur was actually scrapped off instead of Waspinator.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Okay. That Waspinator trivia kind of makes sense because he was the butt of the joke.
Right.
And honestly, I feel bad, and this is one of the many reasons why I'm not fond of beast machines. They brought Waspinator back because apparently he was bored of being worshipped, and he flew back to Cybertron just to be in a frickin' Viacon body. And at the end of the episode, he was the size of a wasp, had a wasp's body, but with a Viacon's head.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. But then I got beast machines. Like the only episode I can honestly get behind probably is the last one when Optimus is fighting Megatron and Optimal Optimus's body.
That was kind of fucked up, but beautifully done.
Yeah. Yeah.
But honestly, that series doesn't need to exist, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I'd put that in the same category. Wow. Can I English today? For fuck's sake.
Seriously, why is this shit not on his shirt? Can I English?
Yeah, right. I really should make that shirt. I'm copywriting that.
Okay, but I want 10% of the profits.
Okay. Anyway, but I put that in the same category as the fucking Goliath Chronicles. Ugh, God.
Well, here's the thing about the Goliath Chronicles. Frank Wiseman, not involved in that.
Yeah.
Except for the first episode. And then Disney just took it over, and what a shock. they fuck everything up because it's quantity, not quality with them. Just look at all the Disney live-action remakes out there. Frickin' Will Smith Genie.
Will Smith and Blueface. Though I will admit, shit. Fuck.
You admit shit.
Yes. But, like, Will Smith, he didn't do... It wasn't that bad of a job. He didn't do that
See,
bad
the fact that you're saying that bad means he was bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's because... That's if you compare it. If you compare him to Robin Williams, which you really can't, because they bring two very different energies to the table.
Well, as long as we're comparing genies, here's my ranking for the 5 genies that I've seen. Obviously, number 1 is Robin Williams. You really can't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Number 2 is James Monroe Iglehart from the Broadway show.
Mm-hmm.
Third one is the Japanese one. Yes, I have seen it in Japanese.
Okay.
The fourth one is Dan Castellaneta, who was the second movie and TV series.
Yeah.
Then again, pretty much a good portion of Simpsons' quirky characters and freaking Megavolt are all quirky-ass characters that he's done.
Yeah.
And number 5 would be Will Smith. It feels like every time Will Smith does a role, it's just him, but he looks different. Whether it's freaking Oscar from Shark Tale or Fresh Prince or freaking Hancock or pretty much anything.
It's so true.
But then again, Rodney Dangerfield had that same energy. Like, all of his roles were the same, but the character names were different. But it was still enjoyable.
Yeah.
In that series where he forced his son in there, that Earth shit, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
The
only way I never understood that movie. It was like After Earth.
Yeah.
It's like the only way they can find you is if they find your fear. They have good senses of smell. Why can't they find you that way?
That is true.
It's not as bad as they did the karate when they forced the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith down our throats.
Wait, what? That's a thing?
Not as bad as when they forced the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith down our throats.
They're doing that?
No, they did that.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it had Jackie Chan.
Doesn't deserve to exist.
Can I play? Okay, now that I have lost all reason to live, can we please talk about the Hercules and the Legendary Journeys bit? Because I do not. Just thinking about no. So, because like
And they did it in China, or they had them on the Great Wall of China.
As far as reboots go, I would say that's at least as terrible as the female Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but like,
and I love that freaking Family Guy roasted that. All the guys were at a freaking Mayor West's cabin, or ranch, was it? Yeah, it was a ranch.
Yeah.
At the end, Lois and all the other housewives going, and she says, I had a feeling the male version of this was better. And then Adam West says, I could say the same thing about Ghostbusters.
Well, yeah. Well, Ghostbusters. Okay. I'm just gonna say, the first Ghostbusters movie was fine. A little bit overrated, but overall fine. People just I don't know why people are just so clamoring for this upcoming one. I'm like, dude, Ghostbusters hasn't been good since the first. Like, the first movie was fine. The second movie sucked. The animated, you're reading way too much into the animated that animated series with Slimer, because like it wasn't, like, I was watching it again. It wasn't that good. So, like...
I actually do get into an episode that I released today, the business side of fandom, why all these reboots exist. Money. Think about it. All these DC properties was like, okay, we're at DC headquarters. Let's release something new. Batman. Okay, but why don't we do an Etrick and the Demon movie? Batman. Okay,
yeah,
what about a Lobo movie? Batman, damn it.
Because you were the one that like brought up, like, they should do a Lobo movie, and I'm like, oh my god, yes! Yes!
Yeah, but if we're going to do a Batman movie, how about a Batman Beyond movie? Where freaking Bruce Wayne is old as shit, and he's killing his son.
Yeah, I was like, I was bringing that up, and you were like, I'll agree to it if they make Michael Keaton old Bruce Wayne. And I'm like, yes.
And I still stand by that.
Ooh, yeah. They still have him on contract. He's standing by. That'd be great.
Yeah, right?
Oh, he'd love doing it.
And who do get they can get one of the new young people from the CW from the shows that's flopping to come reboost their career as a young Batman Beyond, right? As a Terry.
As long as I get freaking Michael Keane as Bruce Wayne, pick whoever you want for Terry McGinnis.
Dude,
Like,
if you get
I'm
Michael B.
flexible.
Jordan,
Who do you think would make a good Terry McGinnis?
they can get Michael B. Jordan right there.
No.
You already
No.
got, then you got crossed out. He's fit.
No, none of that. Shame on you. How about the
Wow.
guy that did Shang-Chi?
Wait, what?
How about the Shang-Chi guy? What's his name?
I
The
heard
guy,
that movie.
the
was
Seemingly.
good.
main guy from Shang-Chi?
Yeah, the guy that did Shang-Chi. Hang on, I'm looking up right now.
I don't know his
Seemingly.
name.
Wait, you think he'd be a good Terry McGinnis?
Well,
He has-
Terry
he has the hair,
McGinnis is half
kinda.
Asian, so you might as well go for an Asian character.
Oh, Terry's half Asian?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I see. We're going for the China markets. I got it.
Come on, Bobbert.
It could have been Japanese or Korean. Good
Yeah,
Korean.
but still,
Not the
we
freaking
can
Well,
still
if
get
that's
that
the
big
case,
blazer.
whoa. If that's the case, why not get Steven Yeun to do it?
Okay, yeah, that works. Or just get freaking or hell, if you just want to make it a comedy, get the guy that was in Hangover.
Yeah, because he did.
Oh,
Because he
Ed
was
John?
in Star. Oh
Ken
no,
Jeong.
no, I'm thinking of someone
Ken
else.
Jeong?
You're thinking Ken Jeong?
Yeah,
I think he's too
it's like,
old.
hey, motherfuckers, I'm Batman.
I
I can see him as a
I
Joker.
honestly thought, I honestly got confused between him and the dude who played Harold and Kumar, because he'd make. I think he'd be a good. Because he already showed off his action
too-
chops
he's too- he's
in those
too
god
uptight.
awful Star Trek remakes. Because he did a good job as Sulu.
Oh yeah, he also did a decent job as freaking Spike Spiegel in those Cowboy Bebop series, but that didn't last long.
Right?
He was
Why don't we
Spike.
get Steven
Whoa! I
Blum?
didn't know he played Spike.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
on Netflix too. But I gotta say, Big Bang Theory really let me down. In the sense after freaking Amy and Sheldon found that multiverse string theory. No disrespect to Sean Astin, phenomenal actor. He was Raph in the 2012 series. He was also freaking Bilbo in The Hobbit. Sorry, Lord of the Rings. I'm mixing my characters up. Sorry. He was Samwise Gamgee in The Lord of the Rings. Thank you. And but apparently he was with the guy who was freaking Kumar. Well, why not just have Harold and Kumar? That would have been funny as shit. Harold and Kumar steal Amy and Sheldon's multiverse theory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was weird that they had that pairing, yeah.
It didn't make sense. I mean, as long as we're going for weird pairings, why don't we have, I don't know, Mark Hamill and freaking, I'm trying to think who would be weird with Mark Hamill. But Patrick Stewart. Mark Hamill and Patrick Stewart. You get freaking Joker and Captain Picard over here. That's a weird ass pairing.
Yeah, all right. I'd get behind that.
What if you had Rob Riggle as the Batman?
Let's face it, there's no better Batman than Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. You know, it's weird how they try, he actually came out with, a memoir or something like that, talking about, how Warner Brothers / DC really tried to force him out when DCAU really started kicking off after the Batman cartoon ended on Fox, before it was picked up by the WB and renewed to kick off the DC animated universe. They actually tried to force him out, and I'm like, really? Kevin fucking Conroy?
That's basically like forcing Greg Weisman out of season 3 of Gargoyles. Look like where that got them.
Yeah.
How come they still don't make a Static Shock movie? Static Shock.
I'd see that.
And it's funny, Static Shock, very popular amongst fans who grew up in the 2000s, very good show. But nobody remembers that it's a DC cartoon. I mean, if they were didn't have the term metahumans or the crossovers, would anybody remember that it's a DC cartoon?
No, I just remember. I remember it was on the WB because the frog was was in the little corner.
The only people that would remember would be the ones who paid attention to the old Batman Beyond, because they had the one crossover episode dealing with the whole Justice League to
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
Superman went all evil and shit in that bit. I was like, that was badass.
But aside from that,
I always find
never
it funny
even brought
that-
up.
I always find it funny that the guy that does Terry McGinnis also does Ron Stoppable in Kim Possible.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
Ooh.
he also did Lion-O in that remake of Thundercats.
Here's
Yeah.
another throwback for you. Remember the show Secret Saturdays?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also he was Zach's uncle. What was it? His name Doyle. He was Doyle on Secret Saturdays.
Well, I mean, he was the older brother in Boy Meets World too.
Yeah, that's right. I
Oh,
completely
He's
okay.
been around for a long time.
Mr. Feeney.
Well, it's funny how far you think people go. Like Rob Paulson's been voice acting since the '80s. He was freaking Gusto Gummy Bear in the Gummy Bears and the original Raphael. And if you see the 2012 series of the Turtle, he was that version of Donatello, which is awesome because they had a crossover of the '80s Turtles, and the '80s Raph goes, "What's wrong with your voice? You sound weird." In 2012, Donatello goes, "Me sound weird? Have you heard yourself lately?" It's freaking Rob Paulson roasting himself.
Wow. Okay. I mean, like, what's his name? Oh my God. James Avery was the Shredder, and everybody
Yeah.
remembers him as Uncle Phil.
Phil?
Yeah, Uncle Phil. Yeah, he was Shredder in the '80s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
At least for
Yeah.
a while, anyway. Jim Cummings occasionally filled the role from time to time.
Well, yeah, but like it was still mostly Avery that, like, you know, rest in power.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Fuck. Because yeah, I mean, like you'll find all types of because like I there was something that really weirded me out that because I was watching what's his name? God damn it. He played because I was watching the Metal Gear Solid 2 cutscenes. The guy who does Vamp is played by the same dude who did like Aquaman in Young Justice and like pretty much everything DC characters in DC right now.
Phil Lamar?
Yeah, Phil Lamar. There you go.
Yeah, he was also Static and Jon Stewart.
No, he wasn't Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart was
Jon
played
Stewart.
by. You're talking about the guy who played
That's
Jon
the thing.
Stewart in the DCAU. He was played by someone else because he died. He was the he was the one that penned and created Static Shock and voiced him. But he died like well before the like just a little ways after the animated universe ended.
Well, I'm looking up the voice right now. Let's see who's right.
Ooh, static.
Yeah, Phil Lamar. I'm
Really?
looking it up right now.
And
Junior
Justice
speaking
League.
of Don Jones, aka Martian Manhunter.
Oh, okay. Then who was I thinking of?
I think you're thinking the Green Lantern did.
Yeah. That.
No, but he was talking Manhunter. You were thinking Green Lantern.
Yeah. Huh. Well, never mind. I'll admit that. I'll admit the wrongness. Point is, like, yeah, there's just all types of weird, like, yeah, small world bits. Like, I'll never be able to look at what's his face, the same, after, because like he's done Patrick for so long, but then he was in that one.
Autobot?
Yeah. I mean, like. Well, yeah, he was Broadway from Gargoyles, but like he recently did an action movie or something like that where he curses like a motherfucker. I'm like, I can't not see
Yeah, I can do
Broadway.
you one
And,
better. Remember that movie Jennifer's Body?
yeah,
Yeah.
There's actually a deleted scene where Bill Foggerfox screaming, or saying, "I'll cut off your nutsack and hang them on thy door like one of those rich door knockers rich folks have. That will be your balls." You can hear it in the Patrick Star-esque voice.
What?
wow, okay,
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
deleted scene. Look it up at some point. And it's funny where you don't know where our career's going to land you. Like, we have frickin' Tom Kenny, SpongeBob, but then he's also Megatron, Starscream in Transformers the Animated Series, Dog in Cat Dog.
Oh yeah, he was in a lot of.
Yeah.
If you look up Tom, he was in because like his resume is massive. He was in Dilbert. He was in Mission Hill. Pretty much, if it's animated, you know
Batman,
he's in it.
frickin' Penguin.
Yeah, like he's
Ice King.
yeah, like if it's animated, Tom Kenny's in it. Hell, Billy West, he does Philip J. Fry. He's like half the cast in Futurama. He plays Zoidberg,
Also Ren and
Farnsworth.
Stimpy.
Huh?
He was also Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, he was Ren and Stimpy.
And if you ever we're talking about Nick characters, Richard Horvitz right now, he was in Dragon Ball Super, believe it or not. He was one of the Universe 6 fighters, and he's also mocked currently in Hell the Boss.
I'm speechless. Who the hell was he in Universe 6?
The pig-looking guy, Dr. Rhoda, I think.
Him?
Yeah, him.
Okay.
And Veronica Taylor, the original voice for Ash Ketchum, she's one of Frieza's minions in the Dragon Ball Broly movie.
The fuck out of here. What?
Yeah, the original Ash Ketchum was also one of Frieza's minions in the Dragon Ball Broly movie.
God damn.
And hell, gonna do you one better, freaking Edward Elric is also Broly.
Well, that I knew, because, like, he's still in a lot of, like...
Yeah.
His name was cleared. He's attending conventions again, and he's still voice acting. I'm not sure if he's going to work for Funimation again, but he's still getting his voice out there.
Okay.
Well,
And
yeah,
think
I mean, like, he is still one of the, like, OG anime, like, people, like, fuck, I forget her name. She played, Major Kurosaki. She actually did a lot of music for Silent Hill. A lot of vocal music in Silent, because I don't know if she still has that band, but, like, yeah, she and, Akira Yaoka.
Funimation people.
Huh?
Monica Rial has an impressive resume for Funimation. She's Bulma in the Dragon Ball Z Kai and Super series, Mira Jane from frickin' Fairy Tail, and then she was Tashigi in One Piece. But one of her earlier works lies in Ghost Stories, basically the very first abridged series ever. And they pretty much just South Park this shit. It's like South Park meets Scooby-Doo, where she says, I accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, but the way she says it...
Wait, that was her?
Yeah, that was her. And the way she says it...
Yeah.
And the same way, the same way she says it is the same way a New Yorker orders a breakfast sandwich. Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup on a roll. And the way she says it, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior? It's all one word.
God damn, she's such a good voice. She is. I loved her in Shin-Chan so much too. I mean, like, I know I said, I know we talked about this the other day, but I still stand. I will put every Shin-Chan reference I can into every game I fucking develop because I love.
Hell, I can freaking do you one better. Remember that show Panty and Stocking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming back with a season 2.
Oh, about time.
Yeah, finally.
That's good. I mean, I'm still waiting on Maya Gretzko. I want Maya Gretzko. God damn it.
Yeah, you do realize Anai is not going to be there with the same voice actor, right?
Yeah. You told me. I did not know that either. But like, I just miss a Gretzko. God damn, I miss a Gretzko.
I miss shows that were just raunchy for the sake of being raunchy, but they can't have that anymore because I don't know, political correction, and nobody wants to get offended anymore because God forbid. We don't offend anybody.
Well, no, because we, like, the Slab Lounge, we brought this up in terms of, like, because I wholeheartedly disagree with Chris Rock and Billy Crystal. They famously said that wokeness is making comedy boring. I still don't believe that, because you can have a comedy show that's raunchy as fuck, but still woke as shit. Oh, Doug, name an example. Sure, I can't believe I'm saying this, but, like, a lot of people seem to forget that Married with Children exists, and that show is woke as fuck!
Okay, I mean, it's not the funniest show out there, but it's not bad. It does bring me to a South Park special they did, where Jimmy is a politically correct comedian, and it just shows how terrible politically correct comedy is. Where he's like, what do you call it? Like, I'm probably not quoting this right, where he says, what do you call a Mexican with a toupee? His name is John, and he's a fantastic guy.
Okay.
That's the joke.
Okay.
Yeah. But if anybody did comedy well, it was Gilbert Gottfried.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. One of my favorite jokes from Gilbert Gottfried is this. A man walks into a bar. Joan Rivers is the bartender. And he sees a sign. $1.50 for a cheese sandwich and $10 for a hand job. The man asks Joan Rivers, "Hey, are you the one that gives out the hand jobs?" Joan Rivers says, "Why, yes I am." And then the man says, "Well, wash your hands, bitch. I want a cheese sandwich." But as long as they're talking about Gilbert Gottfried, fun fact for y'all, he was Mr. Mixia-Spitalik in the DCAU.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that I knew. He actually did a couple of episodes of Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
He also was in Duckman, if you remember that show.
Oh hell yeah,
What's
he was
up,
in.
man?
Gilbert Gottfried was also in Dilbert. He was the he was arranging travel for Dilbert and them.
I can do one better. He was in Cyber Chase. He was that freaking bird, that robot bird thing.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, he was also the Aflac Duck, but that one was kind of common knowledge.
Yeah.
He does have a recognizable voice.
Yeah, I loved him in. I still love him in Married with Children when he was in those two that one episode.
But back to Duckman, they had a lot of talented people. They had freaking Tim Curry, freaking Frankenfurter, Taurus Bulba from DuckTales. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Hell, he was even Anton Zavarius and Gargoyles.
Oh yeah.
And I can do one better. How many of y'all are Ghibli fans?
I like Ghibli.
Yeah, we're all Ghibli fans. We are all Ghibli fans.
He's the Cat King and The Cat Returns.
The Cat Return. Wait, is that the spin-off from Country
Secret of
Road?
the Heart, yes.
Yeah. That I haven't watched, mainly because a lot of people told me not to watch it.
I'll watch it. It's different from what Ghibli usually produces, but all things considered, it's not bad.
Okay.
Also, phenomenal cast for the English dub. Freaking Tim Curry. You have, trying to figure out who else. Oh, the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond, Harry Owls.
Oh.
Anne Hathaway was in there as Haru. And, okay, how many of you are Archer fans?
I love Archer.
Yeah.
The woman that does Carol is also in it. Carol, Cheryl, or however you want to call her. She's also in it.
Charlene, Outlaw Country.
I did not know that.
And I already released this on Facebook, but Archer is in my Squid Game episode. He dies the first round.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
He got too confident in his abilities. His pride cometh before the fall.
Well, I mean, again, that makes sense.
And in case you're wondering who the other people that lost, Leonard Hofstadter died from asthma. He's like, don't move. He's like, I need asthma. Bam, straight to the head. Freaking Newman died. Cher Horvitz died. And Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle died.
Well, I don't really care much for Frankie Muniz, but like the thing is, we were talking, we actually did bring up Squid Games when we were talking about like taking Star Wars and Star Trek characters and putting them into some zany scenarios, and I was just all like, because the first episode of Squid Games is red light, green light. So if you have nothing but Vulcans, they would all win. Like they would seriously all win.
That's right there. I don't want to correct you, but it's actually Squid Game, not Squid Games.
Mm.
You know, it's like when you go to an all-you-eat buffet and you grab several plates, but it's still one meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something you automatically want to say. Like when you say World War, you automatically want to say 2, but you know there was a first one.
That is true.
Which I gotta say, as far as Robot Chicken is concerned, they did the whole World War II thing. Well, with little Hitler, he starts stealing the Czechoslovakian boy's desk, he's stealing the Poland boy's desk, and the other countries like, America, help us. You see America with a glass of milk called Pearl Harbor. It's like, it's not my problem. Then the Japanese kid knocks over the milk. He's like,
That's my problem.
now it's my problem.
You know, I think I will watch South Park again. But I don't want to watch like all those episodes. Any like standouts? Because like I did take a run at like people talking about like the best modern Simpsons episodes, and when I actually watched said modern Simpsons episodes, I got to admit I was actually happy with what I watched. So like,
Okay, so do you do airsoft or paintball?
yeah.
The last episode they released, they were playing airsoft with teenagers, and teenagers start living with them. And, the teenagers are like stupid realistic. It's like, bro, how do I make ramen? What? The ramen's all hard and stupid, and I can't eat it. It's like, well, dude, you got to boil it in some water. Okay, bro, where do I get water? You have a sink, don't you? Bro, what? I'm not fucking stupid!
Okay.
And there's actually one where Carmen's teenager always goes to the bathroom with the lotion. Carmen's like, okay, that guy's been in there for 2 hours. I don't know how soft his hands can be.
Oh god.
Yeah. And then they actually burst each other with the dads and frickin' Jimbo. It's like, okay, we got all of them except one. I know where he is. And they go to the bathroom. It's like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, you abused Jerkin's hand lotion for the last time. Goes on automatic and just shoots the crap out of him.
Oh
Like,
Jesus.
oh, my dick! Oh, my dick!
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, they pretty much ruined it for him because, as Kyle's dad goes, they're between the hormones and whatnot, they're basically on the same mental aspect as freaking serial killers, whatnot. So, and I hate how accurate South Park makes its teenagers. Whether it's in that episode, there was a Teen Swifty episode, or it was like Shway.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot what that was called. It was this. It was night music or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was tween music, I think, where Stan finally turns 10. But what's funny about that one was every time when someone gets a gift, Cartman also has to get a gift so he doesn't feel left out. Like, wow, what did I get for Stan's birthday?
Oh, okay. All right. I guess I have some required watching to do. Still, I mean, like
Also, the Black Friday trilogy was hilarious. They made it into a freaking console wars with Xbox and PlayStation. Threw a lot of Game of Thrones references in there.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said,
Also, they did one with Kanye West again. There was 2 good Kanye West stuff. Where the whole gay fish joke, he didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
The joke is, dude, you like fish sticks? You like putting them in your mouth? What are you, a gay fish?
What? Oh God. Okay.
And he didn't understand the whole joke. That was the whole thing. Everybody understood the joke except Kanye. Okay, I'm no gay. I'm sure as the hell no fish.
I will ask that you.
And then he just returns to the ocean, and they do a whole gay fish song that he made it sound like he wrote, and it's hilarious. And then there's another one where he's a recovering gay fish, and they're talking about his fiance breaking a hobbit. Like, they check out the hobbit again? Right. Okay, love you too. Like, okay, if my girlfriend ain't no hobbit, then how come she don't go blue when orcs are around? Boom! Technically, it's the sword that glows blue, not the orc. Hey, get your hobbit trivia ass out of the way.
I will ask that you message me like those episode titles at the very least, so that way I can like look into them on my own time. Well, you mean like you have my number and stuff, so yeah, you have my contact info, so like just message me that stuff and I'll look into it.
Yep, and I know where you live.
Okay. That's something I've never wanted to do. There's this creepy challenge, the creepy challenge, and you literally go up to this lady. He's just like, "Hi, how you doing? My name's Doug," and like he's just like, "Hey, you know you smell different when you're awake." And I'm just all like, I'm never doing that challenge. Never in my fucking life.
Well, hold on, is there money involved?
There can be, but like,
how much money is involved? It's like, if it's just $1,000, then it's not worth my time.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a couple zeros in there, maybe.
Hey, you put a 1 and 2 zeros in front of it, or we pass. All right, deal. Well, how much did you
That's
spend?
$100.
$100. Oh, my God, Futurama.
Back, baby.
Anybody else quoting Futurama a lot?
Wait, what?
Anybody else quoting Futurama a lot?
Well, we kind of do from time to time. I just decided to bring it up because you literally said if you put 2 zeros in front of it, and I was just like, yeah, that reminds me.
Oh, another Philomar character, Hermes Conrad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, he's Hermes. Like, he is...
But honestly, one of my favorite Don DiMaggio characters is Bender, as well as Wrath from Ben 10.
Well, my favorite Futurama character, hands down, Farnsworth, just because of how insanely imaginative the dude can be.
Okay, well, here's a little bit of trivia for you. Everybody knows Matt Groening from Futurama and Simpsons, but he also did another Netflix series, Disenchanted. King Zog also shared the voice of Bender.
Yeah, I know about that.
And
like, I watched...
see-
I tried with Disenchantment. I really did. The only one who actually brought their A game, in my personal opinion, was, like, he played Matt Renham. I mean, not Matt Renham. Douglas Renham on the IT Crowd, and he brings his A game in that show.
Well, either way, the King and Bender share a voice. And when the King gets usurped, and one of the guys, I forgot how, gets turned into a pig, and the King's starving and hasn't eaten anything, and the orcs are cooking the pig, and he's like, bacon? And then he comes up with an axe. Like, bite my shiny metal axe!
That's awesome. I like that callback.
It was awesome. You gotta love throwbacks like that.
Well, that being said, we are coming close to time. And thanks for coming on, Tyler. Always a pleasure. And, well, we would love to invite you over again.
Well, sure. Just let me know when you're good to go.
Will do. And there you have it, game design. Again, I didn't even get to open. Yeah, shut up, narrator, and just end it. Yeah, fucking. Tune in next time for Insane Heroes.
No, I may have to do a freaking gargoyle situation. I may need to build several robots to put the voices in your head in. You know, like freaking Cold Stone this shit.
Oh, I used to do a good Cold Stone. I can't do it anymore since I started smoking. I used to pull off a good Peter Griffin voice, but it's gone now because I smoke. I can't even do that well. I can still do an okay Quagmire, like, alright, but that's about it.
Nice.
Really likes when he does the voice, doesn't he, Precious?
Okay, okay, Tyler. Anyway,
Okay.
ending the thing now. Bam. Okay. I said bam. Okay. Because we have less than a minute. Did you guys want a slab lounge today, or do you want to do that next week?
I
Guys?
can do it next week.
Next week? Alright. Then, Tyler, I will invite you to the Slab Lounge of Doom for next week, because I promised that you'd be on the Slab Lounge. And,
We can do it today if we want to do it today. I don't really care. Either way.
Do you want to do it today or next week? Because it's 5 o'clock my time. It's 8 o'clock Tyler's.
I'm at work tomorrow. Do whatever you want with that information.
Well,
You
same
got work
here.
tomorrow?
Let's do next Sunday. Ah, shit. Oh, right. It's X. Or is it this?